Have you ever wanted to take all of your favorite Switch games and use your iPad screen to play them? Well, now you can. With iOS 17, an inexpensive cable, and a piece of free software, I'll show you in this video exactly how you can do that. So here's what you're going to need. You'll need your Switch, obviously, as well as your Switch docking cradle. Then you're going to need an iPad running iOS 17. And then you'll need this little cable, which is a little USB-C video capture card. And I'll put a link down below to this particular product. Here's what we're going to do. Here's the setup that I'm going to use. I have an iPad with a USB-C port. I have my Switch, the docking station for the Switch, and I have this inexpensive video capture card. Now, I'll put a link down below, but these are not very expensive at all. So what I can do is I can take this capture card. It is USB as well as USB-C, which is good for my iPad, which is USB-C. I'll connect that to the HDMI port on the docking station. And then what I want to do is I want to put the Switch itself into the docking station. And you'll see that instead of displaying on the TV or whatever, it's right here. And now I can go and I've got my environment here. I can go ahead. Oh, should have grabbed that, whatever it was. So I can go in here and I can start playing games. I'll often use something like a stand. So this is really nice if I want to maybe set this up on my desk, or I want to set this up somewhere where I can play the game. And I've got my iPad acting as my screen for my Nintendo Switch. Very, very useful, very handy, and absolutely perfect for those long marathon sessions. You can also use this for streaming. That's another video. Let me go and show you how I can set up the software on the iPad so that I get this configuration. So the idea behind this is with iOS 17, we can now bring video into the iPad, but you do need to have an application on the iPad that can handle the video coming in. So what I'm using is CAMO Studio. You just download it, and I have a full tutorial coming up on the channel on how to use it for live streaming, remote teaching, all sorts of things. I just wanted to do this fun, how to use your Switch on it. But there are a couple of settings that you do need to put into place if you want to have this nice view. First of all, if you use the drop-down menu here, you can see that it's set up for two cameras, a camera 1, camera 2. I'm just going to use camera 1. I'm going to set the type. It's an external video source, and the device is a capture card. You want to make sure that it's the external video source and not the built-in cameras on the iPad. External, and then choose capture card. The other thing that you want to do is with camera number 2, you want to actually turn it off. Normally if I'm streaming, it'll put my face in a little circle here, or I can have two video sources. But for playing the Switch on the iPad, I just want the one video source docking station into the Switch. Audio is an important setting as well. You want to make sure that you have the selection to pass it to the speakers. Now, what I normally will do is when I'm setting it up, I will turn the volume all the way down so that I don't get any feedback. Then when I'm ready to play, I'll turn the volume up. You can see here if I'm moving around, you can hear the audio. Hopefully you can hear the audio here. I have a lav mic on, so maybe it's a very good lav mic and it's not going to capture that, but that's how I can control the audio. Then I'm going to go into this setting here where I can do things like change the frame rates and such. So I'm going to play this at 4K 30 frames per second, and you can do some things with the background. Again, see my other tutorial on the full overview of the suite here. Now here's another very important thing. Down at the bottom here, if you sweep this up, by default there's a number of built-in templates. You want to make sure that you create a new template and you create a new scene, and that scene I'll just call it gaming. So this is going to be my gaming one, and then what it'll be is it'll be a single camera. So rather than have an insert with a circle or a background with a square or any of those, you want to have a single camera with no template elements on there. And you also want to maybe have it full screen. I can go, and now I've got my full screen Zelda. Let's go ahead and put some volume on here so I can hear Zelda running around. Not Zelda, I can hear Link running around. What am I even doing? I can't say that. So I can go here, I can play the game, having a good time. You can see it's no lag in here or anything. It's a great display, and now I'm ready to do a long Zelda session where I'm playing the game. CAMO Studio on the iPad can do so much more than just act as a screen for my Switch or my PS5 or my Xbox. It can be an entire live streaming platform with multiple camera setups, and I'll do a full tutorial on the product. It may already be posted by the time you're watching this video. If not, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss it, or go take a look at some of my other videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I'm going to use this a lot for my Switch, and I'm going to really enjoy having my iPad as my Switch screen. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.